Hey Siri, pause. Yo, what's going on, guys? This is the new apartment. If you couldn't tell, this is where I work. Right behind me. We're just gonna talk about. I probably just make that title just like a follow up, or should I do? I'll probably do like after. Yeah, let's do after ketamine. Let's do that. But we could also talk about the apartment a little bit, so you guys have a little bit of like. That's what the majority will be of it today. But take a look. Take a look, guys. This is why. This is why you don't get pussy. You want to know why you don't get pussy? Because you don't have a table like that. I get a lot of pussy. You like that? My mom hooked it up. She did. She was like, hey, I'll get you a couch. And I was like, all right. We walked through some place where they sell furniture. And I was like, I don't want a fucking couch. I want that. And that's how I was like, I want that. I don't want it. And then she's like, no. She said, absolutely fucking not. I convinced her, though, clearly. So this is about 1 week after... I would say that's probably about a week after all ketamine treatments without the booster so far. And it's so for me, it's pretty much, we could recap if you don't want to watch the first one. After the first one, I was pretty much fine, like 100% fine, actually. It took away all of my anxiety and depression that I had since last November. That's pretty much the recap. I only was trying like different medications and stuff, and then it wasn't working, so then I did the ketamine IV drip. If you don't know too much about that, I do explain it a little bit more. I think there are some questions I should probably look at. Maybe I should go look through them really quickly right now. But it's very rare for somebody to like get that amount of. Oh, I should probably be listening to myself, right? Like I should be hearing, so I don't have to like talk. I was probably talking like way too loud. So that's good because I definitely don't have neighbors. It's rare for somebody to get like that much of a. I hope there's not a lot of echo, by the way. A lot to get that much relief. There might be an echo. I think there is an echo, but there might be to get that much relief from the first one is usually very unlikely, but mine was. And usually, if you do get that much relief the first time, you don't have that much of an increase afterwards, is what he said, and that was true. I had pretty much no increase thus far afterwards, which is fine. I was like, if I'm like this forever, I'll be super good. And it's even better now that I got out of my mom's house. I'm in my own fucking apartment in Chicago, where I wanted to live for so fucking long. And it's because of all you guys. Not from this, from this channel, but like the first channel. I make money on my first channel. We don't make money on this channel yet, but the first one, all of that is from YouTube. It's just because I decided to be a cunt, about 2 years ago. May 31st, the second channel was made. Second channel. What? Yeah, that's my second channel. I had a first failed channel prior to this. So what was I talking about? Oh, the ketamine. All right. So after that's pretty much you get the booster, right? And then after you see where it's going comparatively. So then you're going to have a little bit of drop off. It's not going to hit you like a ton of bricks, but you're going to have to go get just another infusion. And that's pretty much it. You just go get it whenever you need it. And there's stuff. So now, if anybody's, I didn't even look at the questions. I could answer questions if there's enough good ones in a different video, right? Unless I can answer them super quickly in the comments. But I probably should make a video about it just because there are probably more than one person who has the same exact question, right? That's why you always ask questions in class, guys. Always raise that fucking hand. Stay in school. And that's pretty much it. But they had the ketamine. They were talking. I had to go to somebody else to get like my medications refilled and shit because my psychiatrist is a fucking cunt. I don't want to see that bitch. So she was saying that place offers the and that's like a lot of places are starting to do that with nasal spray, and where it can be covered by insurance. So if you guys want to look into that, it's FDA approved and all of that shit. So for anybody who had any worry about that, there you go. And I think I could, there was really no difference between the first. I mean, it's stronger after the, like third time, because that's when the second time they up it and the third time they up it, but it doesn't really get intense to a point of like where you wouldn't be able to handle it at all. I mean, they do it based off your weight the first time and how you handle it and base it off of everything like that. Nothing went bad ever. It was totally good. You guys should all, if you have this or anything, it's just for chronic pain, anxiety, or depression, do it. Do it, dog. Because they think it's gonna be the first line of I think that's to some people that might sound a little too nonchalant, but I don't think it is at all. It's going to be the first line of defense. All this other shit is just like, try it, look it up. I mean, like, as much research as you want comparatively to any other form, right? Especially for people who it's like not working for them, right? Do you want to comment right now? Do you want to comment about how I keep touching the microphone? I bought this mic. It's expensive, okay? I know we like just touched on that just really quick, but it really is just, like, it's just like, it's just that simple. You just go do it. And then you're just hopefully back to what you were, but if it was bad and like stopping you from working things, like what you have to do after that is kind of doing where I want to talk about now, what the other half of this title, I might do like a half and half type shit. So now if you don't want to hear about anything about me, log off. Thanks for that fucking view. Please stay listening. I need watch time really bad to get this channel monetized. Please. So unless you just want to sponsor us, down below, go look down below for anything you want to do to keep me. You want to see Myles? Myles, he's sleeping. Well, he's not sleeping. He's like sitting right there. Look, you want to say something? I should throw you off my private balcony. By private, it's not private at all. My neighbor's window looks right out onto my balcony. Hey guys, guess what? It was my birthday. 2 days ago? Hold up, wait. 3 days ago? Go say happy birthday to me right now down in the comments below. Okay, let's talk about what the rest of it. So, I mean, after that, this could be, I'm going to talk about like me, but you know what you got to do after. If you're thinking about this and you're watching this just based off the ketamine thing, and you are also somebody who is going to get it done, or you have got it done and it's good now, and you're kind of like back into life, start doing things that are going to benefit you, in the long run or short term and long term, right? So, for instance, learning, right? Picking up a hobby or something you've always wanted to do, right? Something you can progress at. These are just things I'm trying to pick out from people who might find like a new light from getting the shit fixed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of like things that you might, maybe somebody will be looking for an answer in here, or maybe somebody's just looking for something. Maybe you're not looking for the ketamine, you're just interested in that, but you also want to hear what I also have to say, maybe. But I mean, like, obviously, gym, hobby, doing things that are fulfilling, and things that aren't all, because like something that I would always get caught up in is trying to make every like second count type shit. So what I'm trying to do right now is like not work less, I guess. Well, I guess not work less, but like get the work done and do things that are meaningful, not worry about them having like an ROI. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be the exact opposite of me, and you might be the exact same way or somewhere in between. But I think pulling on the opposite end of a spectrum, like if you're a disagreeable person, try being a little bit agreeable and just see what happens. Try doing a little bit of different things than what you're used to just to see what happens. Try and be a little bit more fulfilled, a little bit more. I'm trying to be a little bit more grateful in this bitch. Grateful for you guys. Grateful for those Christmas lights. I'm not going to show you them because I don't want to dox myself, but there's Christmas lights on my balcony. I just like talking about my balcony. And I'm also grateful for this fat fucking cock. Okay. Oh my God. I smoked a little bit before, as I hate myself. Let's talk about Chicago and like what's been going on since then. I'm not going to give a house tour just yet because everything's not set up yet. I think there's going to be a couple of things I want to do. I also want to make it cinematic. I want to make it look good. I got to fucking clean up a little bit. But it's absolutely fantastic. I love this spot so much. I think we're rocking at about, I don't even know how many square feet. I'm going to go with 1,000. Not ginormous, obviously. 2-bedroom in Logan Square. Washer and dryer. I'm just listening so you guys get a good idea. Okay, probably not gonna tell you how much I'm paying per month, but yeah, washer, dryer, and a balcony if I want my dog to poop on it. So like what I was looking for in reality was enough space and a washer and dryer, because I'm not fucking, if I don't have a washer and dryer in this bitch, like if it's downstairs, then that's not good enough. I mean, it has to be in this bitch. It's right there. I'm staring at it. I took the door off so I could jerk off to the washer and dryer. Gonna use the door as a beer pong table. I'm just kidding. Beer pong's for queers. House rules. So I live, I said Logan Square, right? So it's close to, it's pretty much, it's not downtown, right? I mean, if you know anything about the city, it's not downtown Chicago. Obviously, once you get into that area, I was looking at places, but like, they're just so much fucking smaller and way more expensive. But you look awesome walking out on Michigan Avenue. But we don't need that, do we, Myles? You get hit by a car, you're gonna anyway. But I think this Chicago move was it was on purpose, obviously. I mean, this has been a huge goal of mine, is to get to the city, and has been for so long. Like, even when I first started this YouTube channel, pretty much almost exactly 2 years ago today. Well, not this, I mean the main channel, which is linked down below in the description. So I would drive to Chicago to get inspired, because Chicago is fucking awesome. Okay, it's huge buildings. It's beautiful. It's expensive. You'll see nice cars. You'll see hardworking people. You'll see some good-looking people, some fat people, definitely some homeless people. I didn't look at one, but there could be right in that alley. There definitely could be a homeless guy. I wouldn't mind. I just wouldn't help him. But like, I made this commitment to this apartment prior to getting all of this fixed as well. Like, I got this shit, like I got my like last fucking cat treatment right. How much time are we at right now? Okay. I got it right before we were like, as I was moving in, so like I was getting these done I was doing all of this shit, like had movers come in, bring all this shit here, leave a bunch here, stay here for a couple of days, go back home, stay there, come back out here type shit. Like, and it was weird, being in your own, like getting out of your parents' home. Like, obviously, there was some more like, my dad fucking died at my fucking parents' house. So that might add a little bit more of why I want to get the fuck out of there. But I also hated being there, right? It's in my hometown. Hometown sucks. It's in a northwest suburb of Chicago, which is pretty much the middle of fucking nowhere. And nothing is awesome except for me. And now I'm gone. No, but I think getting out of a hometown is super important. I don't know. I mean, like, when I see people who stay there maybe even get out for a little bit, like, even with college, with anybody, like, if you're listening to this to try and, like, I think change, right? Change is good. People are very adaptive. I always forget that people don't like change, right? Because I'm always so wanting to have change. So what I did was bought the apartment because I knew there's a couple of things. Like, I listen to Jordan Peterson all the time, and like there's a big thing about like having responsibility, right? And being especially for men, right? Like, he'll speak to a lot of younger men, and he'll see like eyes light up, because he'll talk about how like you're in a shit situation, but you could fix it, right? Just a little bit of responsibility. Like, this is on you, man. You can do it for real. And guys will go, oh, what, for real? Like, I can do that? You could do some great shit, man, if you wanted to. Like that, and that's for real. Mm-hmm. So, like, now I'm here with my dog. I got to feed this cunt. I have to walk him outside. I have to pick his poop up with my hands. No bags. No, but that's fucking disgusting. Like, I don't walk dogs. It's not my thing, but I do now. I got to take care of you, right, baby? I haven't fed him yet, but it's only been a week. We're trying to cut down, trying to save some money. But like I'm like such a person who's like not, I don't know, like I'm probably good with like living with people if I have my own space type shit, but like living, not saying it was like my mom's fault, but I think like anybody like living with a parent, you want to like, or parents, you want to get out and like be your own fucking person. Like, I just turned 24 3 days ago. Happy birthday to type that shit. And that's like, I don't think I've podcast. I think I made like, did I make a video? I think I made a video about this on my first channel about like why I dropped out of college. I don't think if I even looked in this camera a lot or not. I think I've just been looking around quite a bit. I think I've been looking at the light. I forget that there's a lens that I have to look into. But why I dropped out of college, because I started becoming my own person and being able to think for myself type shit. Like, living with my parents. They both believed in college and God and all this stuff. Like, I'm not saying you're going to go completely change your beliefs, but I think you leaving or going on your own is good to is separating yourself. So if you're listening to this and you're younger and you're thinking about going away to college, or if you're thinking about taking a year off from college and your parents are yelling at you, or if you're thinking about dropping out, if you're thinking about doing anything and I don't know, if you're just thinking about doing it, this is what I try and convey. Let's go on this little tangent right here. This is what I was trying to convey. I was at Easter, whenever the fuck that shit was. I was at a family Easter party where we sit and do nothing for 6 hours, but I decided to talk to people. So I was talking to the entire family, right? Being a very, very commanding presence, kind of talking about, because, they know that I'm doing this shit, but they're all old as fuck, right? So a YouTuber like, hey, yeah, I dropped out of college and now I make more than you, bitch, does not seem very realistic, okay? Especially if you're saying that shit before it happens. So now that we're a little established and they've seen the growth, they kind of want to fucking listen, which is fine. I'm very into it. What I was trying to do is convey the main point I was trying to drive home with the family, because I don't know any of you guys specifically, so I'm not going to try and tailor it specifically. We can kind of do it vague to where I think it might help anybody. And you don't have to have like any of the things that I'm talking about for this to be implemented. Fucking obviously, this is all good for everybody. What was I saying? Oh, this is the main thing is, you're in control, right? You are. That's with all of it, because that goes back to the having responsibility, going back to being depressed, sad, lonely, everything like this. All of those things can be looked into and fixed. I think it kind of was weird. It's weird because I feel like a lot of people do wait a long time, right, to fix a problem. Right, they'll kind of just be like, let's for instance, let's see, people who get those big things, those big fucking things on their face. When did that start to become a problem, man? I would have fixed that right away, that day, actually. Just like with anxiety and depression, a lot of people just sit on that shit for a long time, and I was like, how the fuck? I gave it like 3 days. I was like, I'm out, but not like out. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm like, I'm gonna go fix this before I fucking do, because that's just brutal, man. But like, especially with the ingrown thing on your face. Think about that. Can we sit about that and think about that for a little bit? My whole words just got fucked up. But a boil, if you have something growing and it gets to like this, if it gets to a little bit more than a pimple, I'm getting it fixed. And they're like, man, you're gonna have to let that shit grow out for a year. I'm gonna kill myself. But what I mean by you're in control, I mean, I think a lot of people will go like, oh yeah, obviously, right? I don't know about that, because a lot of people kind of don't see it like they are in control, especially younger people or even adults. I feel like a lot of adults kind of are like, okay, I'm just going to fucking ride this out. Like, I cannot take control of the life. And you absolutely can. It's just really, really minor little behavior changes, or just noticing these things are fucking you up. Let's just do an easy one, guys. Real fucking easy. You hate living with your parents? Leave, because you're in control. Easier said than done. Okay, let's do a better one. You don't like your friend? Fucking stop talking to your friend. Like, there's a lot of people who just want to like stop drinking. There's a lot of people who want to do these things. Like, you are in control, right? A lot of people are in control of a lot of things they have going on. They can control how much money they have coming in. They can control them going to school if they want to. Like, they don't have to do these things that they think they have to do. Like, you don't have to stay in this career. You don't have to keep doing these things you don't like doing. I'm not saying you could fix them instantaneously, but I want people to know that you absolutely are, and you should be doing the things that are trying to make you happy without hurting others around you in the long run, right? Long-term happiness is what you're trying to go here for, because short-term happiness is probably going to be like cocaine, not that bad in the short term. In the long term, probably pretty bad. Haven't given it long-term shots yet, so we'll see. But like anything, like fattening food, short-term happiness. What? Long-term happiness. Jim, you don't like how fat you are? You're in control, dog. Stop being fat. That's how easy it is. Just stop. You just stop being fat. All you go is, I'm done being fat. And then it goes away. No, but like, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to maybe find the vocabulary here as I keep talking to try and expand more on it, because it is kind of vague, especially when you're saying you're in control, especially this is obviously for more people who are maybe in a boat of where they don't have other people to look out for, obviously, right? Like, this would be me. I was telling it to a parent talking with their kids as well, telling them that they're in control, right? Like, like I was telling, like, for instance, like my 13-year-old cousin, I was telling him, like, you're in control, right? Like, everything that you think, all this like immense pressure and things, like, don't, like, worry isn't bad, right? But like, you're in control of this life. Like, this is going to be for you, because fuck everybody else, for real, like, within reason, obviously. Like what I said before, like, make yourself happy without hurting others. That's why I'm saying fuck everybody else. Because if you're just going to make yourself happy by like getting, being a Twitch streamer, and you drop out of college and be a Twitch, like, that's just like, because, like, we're just trying to bring it all back to things I can relate to. If you want to drop out and be a YouTuber, people are going to get fucking pissed. People are going to be pissed at you. Your parents are going to hate you for a little bit. People aren't going to like you for a while type shit. But you just got to say, fuck them because you are in control. I'm trying to find, other things that I could kind of pry out from, but it's most things. You are in control. I know it's definitely easier said than done. I'm trying to think of a time where I obviously fail all the time at being in control 24/7. And that's, let's go on that for a little bit before I end this, because I'm going to end the video really quick and restart the recording. One sec. Honestly, not even I had to tell you that shit. But here's a really good instance, right? So I have, so sometimes I'll always catch myself fucking laying in bed. It's too long, for a fucking hour. That's gonna ruin some. This is for me, right? Of not being in control. I feel right. I'm on my phone. I'll just go lay down in my. I don't have a couch, so maybe that's fucking. I do. You guys be like, what do you mean you don't have a couch? I have that one that I film on, but that smells like piss because I got it from Stephanie. It's because she's Asian. That's why it smells like piss. That's. Nobody ever complains about the Asian stuff until I brought it up. Until I said nobody complained about the Asian jokes. Then the Asians started complaining. Don't worry, Asians. I'm on your side. Konnichiwa. Because that's for me right now is getting sucked into I guess maybe laziness and relaxing and taking not relaxing, but you know what I'm saying, relaxing in a bad way, because going on social media, because I don't really consume shit, but you'll just get in this trance of procrastinating. That's, even though I don't really procrastinate that much. I will procrastinate on things I don't want to fucking do, cleaning my floors now, because I have to do that shit, or else my feet look like I was walking through dirt. For real, this is a blackwood floor. It's beautiful. Let's see. So I was watching. That's one for me that I can think of right now that I'm struggling with. Obviously, there's obviously probably millions of them, right? But that's the one that I could pretty much would love to fix right fucking now, is not being distracted by dumb shit and getting lost and just infinite scrolling on my personal Facebook account, or my not Facebook, Instagram account that I don't care, or just constantly going through this Rolodex of social media that I care, I care, right? But I don't really consume media too much, so I'm pretty much going through just my notes, my notifications, not consuming other people. I'm just man, what's going on here? Oh, I already checked that. Oh, another notification, man, that's important. Yep, let's answer that real quick. I could go on for over an hour. Not healthy, not really productive, not much going on. This might be more relatable to people with, so J. Cole I was listening to on a podcast. I think it was during Rolling Loud. I think it's fairly new. He was talking to some girl. I'm not really big in the hip hop culture of interviewers and stuff like that, so I'm not really sure who her name is, but she's a big one, right? Not a big girl, but she's a big interviewer. I think she's a popular one. And he was saying his thing with alcohol and stuff. He was feeling is he in control? Does he have to have alcohol while he goes out? Actually, that used to be me. I'm only 24, right? But I would used to, obviously, when you're younger and 21, 22, you're gonna be going to the bars and shit like that. But you feel you got it. You're oh, okay, fuck, I gotta have a drink tonight. I gotta have one. But it's no, you but his was a little bit more expansive on it, obviously. And that's more, I'm not going to try and teach you his lesson, but that's just for me to give you maybe a thing you can, I'm not going to link it because maybe I will, I'll try and find it, but I'm going to fucking forget. Because I don't watch the whole podcast. I'm going to try and write a note, but if I forget, just look for J. Cole fucking podcast in the house or something. It was in a nice house. Watch that, because I'm not going to try and teach his lesson he gave or try and recall something and give false information. I think that I did learn a lot from him speaking. Obviously, J. Cole's very, very intelligent, and I'm very, very hungry. I'm really excited to. This is where the podcast ends. This is where I just do my little ending here, so you guys could dip out if you don't want to hear this bullshit. But I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited for this, for everything out here. Newly single, just chilling, just worrying about this, worried about me, worried about my dog. Worried about you guys, right? My YouTube channel, my YouTube channels, Wineboxpapi, Mark Karski. Going back into stand-up, I was watching with my cousin, and I had some people over for my birthday. Just hanging out here, pre-gaming, and then went to a bar and shit. The next day, we were watching some YMH, Your Mother's House podcast. Go check it out. Tom Segura and Christina Pazynski. She follows me on Twitter. I'm popping. Give me some popping clout sex. Fuck me for clout. Thanks. And that remind, like, I didn't really, I obviously didn't forget, but it really sparked the the podcast, obviously they're podcasts, but they're both comedians, and I'm like, oh yes, I get to focus back on that because it's super. Obviously, if you're in the midst of moving, well, not obviously. Let me. I could probably explain it in another one. I'll probably talk about stand up again, but like, with moving and having like depression and anxiety, like you're not writing stand up. You're not writing it. You're not doing it. I don't know about you, might be able to, but I'm fucking not happening. If my mind is somewhere else, it's like I can be funny, right? But I cannot write comedy. Because like with me, like I have to be like constantly in the stand-up mindset of like, oh, everything's fucking hilarious. And like once it is, I'm always constantly writing shit down because like you're always finding observations. Now my hunger's taken over. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you. If you would, it's just watching and listening, by the way, everywhere but SoundCloud, because I will not fucking pay for that garbage. Down below, everything I would advertise. I love every single one of you. I'm very grateful for you guys listening to me, even if it was fucking terrible. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it very much. And kiss me, baby. Mwah!